Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bibliovert channel. My name is Allie, and for today's bullet journaling video, we are doing part 2 of working our way back through the last few months of 2021. Because of the massive readathon and our scheduled content over the months of May, June, and July, we weren't able to journal our regular bullet journaling layouts as we went. So today we are catching up on it all by working through some of the books I read during June, July, and August. During part 1, I filled out the trackers and book hauls, so I'm just taking a quick second to refresh and fill in my episodes tracker to include our Bridge Kingdom episode. Something that I hadn't done yet was fill out my star ratings for my massive readathon books, which isn't surprising given how much my massive readathon TBR changed throughout the month of June. I did get to A Very Large Expanse of Sea, Spin the Dawn, and The Gilded Ones during June, but I didn't get to Bridge Kingdom until August, though I went ahead and filled out the star rating here. I did not get to The Knife of Never Letting Go, so I went ahead and left that one blank. I wanted my We Free the Stars spread to have a similar look and feel to the We Hunt the Flame spread, so I stuck with the purple and orange tones and images that I felt correlated well with the cover of the book. A Very Large Expanse of Sea was a gripping book about a teenage girl who experiences racism and romance at her urban high school. I read this book in just a few hours and was struck by the complicated emotions and events of the book. I was grateful for the opportunity to put myself in the shoes of another and experience the world through a new lens. Spin the Dawn was our buddy read for the month of June, and it was so fun doing a live read-along. I know that the color scheme of the book is more blue and gold, but I just loved the softness of this blush and purple set and felt that it better represented my interpretation of the book. Neon Gods was a June publication that took the Bookstagram world by storm, and man, am I glad that it did. This adult Hades and Persephone retelling has been one of my favorite reads of the year because we all know that here at the Bibliovert channel, we are Hades trash. If you've read this book and need someone to talk about it with, please let me know. The month of July started out rough for me, so I was surprised when I ended up reading a lot more books than I thought I would. We did our Shadow and Bone series throughout this month, and while the series isn't my favorite, I'm glad that I can finally say I finished the trilogy after DNFing it nearly a year ago. I originally set a goal that July would be my month to finish series that I had previously started and walked away from because I needed a break between books, or I ran out of time between them, or because the series was incomplete when I started it. That goal was absolutely thrown out of the window, with the one exception of finishing the Fable duology by reading Namesake by Adrienne Young. This book didn't wow me, but I am glad to say that I read the book and finished the series. The last book that I wanted to hit for July was another one that ended up being a favorite of the year. The Kiss Quotient came highly recommended, and I loved it so much that I read it twice, one back to back. For For this spread, I split it to reflect the two different protagonists, with the top being more representative of Stella and the bottom being more representative of Michael, with a quote for each character. This book was such a great read that I'm glad that I already have a tattoo to represent it. If you want to know what that tattoo is, be sure to check out our video of surprising our internet best friends. The month of August was a bit slower, with only 2 reads that I felt were important enough to represent what I read this month. I read my first ever mafia romance by the Neon Gods author Katie Robert. I enjoyed the first one in the series, The Marriage Contract, and felt that it was a gentle dip into the mafia romance pool. I ended up reading the second one and finally finished it the other day. It wasn't my favorite, but I'm glad that I tested the waters with this series. The other book that I read this month was one of Jacqueline's favorites and one that we covered on the podcast, Danielle L. Jensen's Bridge Kingdom Duology. I could have searched for hours for images that represented this book and still had more, so I decided to go ahead and make it a simple spread of pictures that take up the whole space. For in-depth reviews of this book, make sure to check out the episode on Apple, Spotify, or Google Play. I'm super glad to be back on track with the spreads for this year and will be very surprised if this journal can hold up all the way through December. It's only the first week of September, but I have already read some incredible books this month and can't wait to share them with you soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe to get updates each month and new videos each week. We'll see you next time, and happy reading.